ugat makakita nimo. Ikaduha, magbinantayon pag-ayo kung magpadagan sa mga lugar nga dunay konstruksyon. Ikatulo, likayi ang pagbiyahe kung dili maayo ang lakat sa panahon. Ikaapat, ibutang ang imong kaugalingon gikan sa blind spot sa driver. Ikalima, gamita ang imong headlight sa gabi o pagsulob og reflective tape. Ikaunom, minusi ang ikusgon sa imong pagpadagan. Ikapito, pag-amping pag-ayo samtang anaa sa mga intersections. Ikawalo, susiha ang mga blind spots sa dili pa mubalhin sa pikas lane.
Daghan nang namatay sa sunog ug sagad sa mga nahitabong sunog tungod sab sa pagpasagad sa mga tao. Paspas nga mukuyanap ang kalayo ug sunod lamang sa 2 minutos, pwede nang mukatag ang sunog. Aron malikayan ang sunog, mag-amping sa pagluto. Ayaw biyae ang imong niluto. Palungon ang kala ug uban pang electrical appliances humano gamit. Itago ang mga posporo, lighter ug kandila aron dili kinidulaan sa mga bata. Ayaw ilabay bisag asa ang imong upos sa sigarilyo. Ayaw pagpanigarilyo sulod sa imong kwarto. Susiha ang mga electric wiring sa inyong balay, gumikan posibleng gikut-kut sa ilaga ang wires niini nga prone sa overheat na nagresulta sa sunog.
Mga kasayuran alang sa paggamit og vape. Una, ang vape dili luwas nga gamiton sa imong panlawas. Ikaduha, base sa mga pagduki-duki, nagsugyot nga ang vaping makadaot sa imong kasing-kasing ug baga. Ikatulo, ang paggamit og electronic cigarettes susama nga makaadik sa tradisyonal nga sigarilyo. Ug ikaupat, ang mga electronic nga sigarilyo dili.
Ito ang Bombo Radyo Philippines. Fully digitalized. Numero 1 sa balita, komentaryo, drama at serbisyo publiko. Bombo Radyo Philippines. Bombo Radyo Philippines. Unmatched. Number 1 and most trusted source of news and information.
Paradyo Bombo!
Bukidnon, Northern Mindanao, maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. Uban-uban sa kita diri sa itong tulumanon ang programa nga Bombohanay sa Udto. Kini gihapon yung mga kauban yung bus nga lagad ni si Bian Bombo Cristina gabunada hangtod kita onyang alas 2 ang takna sa hapon sa tumakigsunan karon nga na sila nga tagsa-tagsa ka mga panimalay o naaba ka mo diya karon sa merkado publiko, mga terminals or sa inyo ang nagkadaiya nga mga sakyanan samtang naminaw sa tuang radyo karon sa AM band ang DXCB 864 kHz ang dial sa inyo ang mga radyo ingon man sa tuang FB Live viewers o tuang YouTube channel ang Bombo Radyo Malaybalay. Maayong buntag kaninyo nga tanan magkabumbog mga kasernation uban-uban dagkaron gumikan aduna tay daghanan nga mga hisgutanan manghinaot nga naa kamo karon sa kapiskay sa mga panglawas unya ang mga inahansad karon mao pud ning oras nga ting prepara alang na sa paniudto kay ting klasipa karon ang mga kabataan iniga alas 12 ting uli so alas 11 ting luto yun na sa kaniaba nga mga inahan nato diya mga lula bakaha nga nabilin sa mga panimalay. Pertira nga dalia sa panahon mga kabumbu adlaw na ta karon nga Martes, Enero 3, Pebrero 3 ning tuig 2026. Maingon malipat pa ta ani kay nagbag-o ra mong kaayo mga kabumbu nga mga Caster Nations unya samtang nagluto mo diya nagaray-haray mo diya ato pud nang sudanan karon og mga dagkong balita gikan sa ato ang mga kaubanan sa Bombo Patrol, ingon man sa Bombo News and Information Center, mga kabum. Natatangi ang nahipos nga mga balita ni Bombo J. Mark Sales kay adunay 22 anyos nga lalaki ang nakuhaan kini og 18,000 nga kantidad sa illegal nga droga sa lungsod sa pangantukan na Bukidnon. Samtang sa pikas bahin daghan karon ang nangadakpan mga kabumbo kay sa bag-uhay lang nga gipahigayon nga anti-illegal drug buy-bust operation. Adunay 23 anyos ang nasignit sa mga kapulisan. Unya sa nahipusad nga pagpanubay ni Bombo Jeromar Balatero adunay 49 anyos karon. Oy, mag-uuma ni siya mga kabumbo nga mga Caster Nations tungod kini sa kaso nga grave coercion. Sa pikas bahin sad si Bombo Kimberly Di Corion magkabumbog mga Caster Nations kay kapin 3 milyones nga proyekto sa tubig sa barangay Imbatog, Kabanglasan, Bukidnon, oy, wa pagihapon mapahimusli sa katawhan. Samtang sa pikas bahin na dugang pagpanubay, mga kabumbo kay duha ka stall sa merkado sa Aglayan na Bukidnon, gikawatan o 19 ka sako sa uling. Sana imong pagpanubay ni Bombo Junior Rivas kay adunay babaeng gidakop karon tungod ni sa kasong pagpangawat makabumbo. Anaan nagkaroon nakakustudiya sa buhatan sa Quezon Municipal Police Station. Sa pikas bahin kay aduna na say nagtap karon pero sa wanted makabumbo. Top 10 na most wanted person ang distribusyuhan kini warrant of arrest tungod kini sa kaso nga may kalambigitan sa illegal nga droga ang tingkagul karon sa bilangguan. Samtang magkabumbo diri sa takay sa balitang nasyonal nato, si Senadora Senadora Risa Hontiveros anda matud pa nga mudagan si presidente sa tuig 2028 nga national election. Sa pikas bahin kay human kini sa unom ka tuig nga human sa unom ka tuig makabumbo way back sa COVID-19 matud pa karon sa World Health Organization nga ingon tag kulang gihapon ang kaandam sa ingon tag kaniya bang hisgutanan nato karon kulang ang kaandam sa World Health Organization pananglitan man galing og adunay pandemya mga kabumbo. Samtang si Senate President Soto Tito III sad karon gidepensahan ni siya kay kanibang hungihong nga ipapahawa mga kabumbo. Dirita sa nagpadayon karon nga investigasyon sa mga anomalya sa flood control project kay ang Department of Justice gisugdan ang preliminary investigation sa plunder case batok na kang Senadora Jingo Estrada at the same time kang former Senador Bong Revilla o kang former DPWH Secretary Manuel Bunuan ng mga kabumbo. Oras sa Bombo Radyo, 11 minutos ang milabay. Human ka na ang alas 11 sa buntag. Na dirita kay ato sang sayron ang nahimong panubay ni Bombo Jeromar Balatero magkabumbo kalabot na ning usa ka 19 anyos nga mag-uuma ang nadagpa na tungod kini sa kaso nga grave coercion. Atong sayron og asa ni dapita mga kabumbo alang sa kompleto detalye. Bombo Jeromar Balatero with your report. Go ahead.
Palhog sa prisuhan ng saka 49 anyos nga mag-uma. Oman kanina dakpa tungod sa kasong grave coercion na kagapong adlaw Pebrero 2, 2026 alauna 30 sapon sa may barangay Laligan na Valencia City, Bukidnon. Atol kini sa inusang operasyon sa Bukidnon 2nd Provincial Mobile Force Company kauban ng Valencia City Police Station na diin lakip na saban ini ang 1003rd Mobile Company o ang Regional Mobile Force Battalion nga napaygayon sa inusang operasyon nga may resulta kana sa pagkadakop kang Lester John Barangan Acuevas 49 anyos minyo magumaog residente sa may sitio Alas sa Little Baguio, San Fernando, Bukidnon. Kinakop pinagi sa warrant of arrest tungod sa kasong grave coercion nga pinitsahan ni adtong November 5.
Kan taga karon na taod-taod kay ato sa ning tabukan sa pikas linya ang nagpadayon karon nga hearing makabumbo kay kanimduman kagahapong adlaw manggod mautong unang adlaw sa gipaygayon nga hearing kalabot na ang impeachment complaint nga giatubang karon ni President Marcos kagahapon ang ginalantaw ato sa komitiba makabumbo kung sufficient informed ba siya karong adlaw ang lantawon ani sa hearing kung sufficient in substance ba nilantawon nila nga ang maubang mga gisang at karon makabumbog mga concernations nga mga complaints batok na sa presidente aduna ba ni igo nga basihan to impeach the president ato ni sayron karon kaya nagpadayon ang hearing ni ini makabumbog mga concernations ang Committee on Justice hearing karong adlaw aton tabukan sa pikas linya mga kabumbo.
Since in substance, you will waive the determination of authenticity of document. It's violative of Section 3.
Thank you, Vice Chair Dumagan. The Honorable Tino. Madam Chair. The Honorable Tino.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, in view of the fact that the Chair herself had to call for a vote 3 times, and
in the second instance, she even commented on the record na hindi siya makapaniwala sa resulta. Okay? So in other words, medyo wala pong clarity dun sa naging botohan. I move for nominal voting on the point, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Flores is recognized.
Madam Chair, Congressman Tino, I saw the numbers admitted by the Secretariat. We lost on both counts, sir.
Let us be reminded that this is just a preliminary matter, no? I hope we will be recognizing the decision of the majority of the committee in as far as this issue is concerned.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Ko.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, with due respect to the members of the committee, it is this representation's belief that hindi po actually dapat subject to ng vote because the rule provided in the rules on impeachment proceedings that in this stage, to determine the sufficiency in substance, ang kailangan pong gawin is to determine whether there's a recital of facts constituting the offense charged. That's it.
With all due
hindi po
respect,
ito
the
nakalagay
Honorable Ko,
otherwise.
the committee has ruled already. The Honorable Garbin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I've been hearing the position of the movant, and they invoke the rules of court as in suppletory character. Now, while impeachment is a political process, the determination in sufficiency in substance is analogous to a judicial requirement that a pleading must allege ultimate facts constituting a cause of action, not mere conclusions of law or argumentative narratives. Under Rule 8, Section 1 of the Rules of Court, pleading must state the material facts relied upon and not evidence on general averments of wrongdoing. Applying this standard, Madam Chair, by analogy, the first complaint largely asserts labels and conclusions, such as the betrayal of public trust. And therefore, it is but right that the majority of the members should assert to include and determine the authenticity of the attachment in the said complaint. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The Honorable Dilima.
Just a short comment, Madam Chair.
You're recognized.
Given the vote to still include the determination of the authenticity of supporting documents or authentic records, I believe it will unnecessarily delay the proceedings and prejudice the causes of any complainant. And it went outside the very essence of what is the determination or what is sufficiency in substance as explicitly laid down in our own rules. Tatagal po ang proceedings at unfair sa mga complainants and labag dun sa ating rules natin. Recital of facts constituting the offense charged. So what is the point of looking into or inquiring into the authenticity of supporting documents? That's my view, Madam Chair.
Thank you. The Honorable Flores.
Madam Chair, I agree with Congresswoman De Lima. And I have also seen the complaint and the attachments for the impeachment complaint against the Vice President. And it's voluminous, Madam Chair. And if we follow that rule on that impeachment complaint, it will take us forever.
Madam Chair.
The Honorable Dilima.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. In view of these views expressed post-voting, may I move for reconsideration of the decision of the majority?
For the guidance of all the members, the question of the committee right now is only with respect to whether or not the records are authentic. It doesn't go into the truthfulness of the contents of the attachments yet, which is evidentiary already, no? The motion which we voted upon only pertains to whether or not we will include the issue of authenticity of the attachments. And I think that will be answered by merely checking on whether they are certified or otherwise. We are not looking into the truthfulness of the contents of the attachments yet, because we all agree that that will happen during the hearing proper of this proceeding. So with the indulgence of all the members, we have voted upon this motion. This is merely preliminary. We have 5 grounds to discuss, 5 offenses anchored on 3 grounds to discuss. We shall now proceed to hear the comments and manifestation on the first ground. That is kidnapping and surrender of the former president constituting either culpable violation of the Constitution or betrayal of public trust.
Madam Chair.
Is this about the first
It's
offense?
still about the annexes, Madam Chair.
We have ruled on that issue already. So
Madam Chair,
in the interest of time,
proceed.
in the interest of time and with the indulgence of all the members, let us proceed to hear the comments and manifestations on the offenses and whether the same constitute a ground for impeachment.
All right, I just wanted to state for the record, Madam Chair, that proceeding to the first ground,
The first offense.
the first offense, most of the annexes are news articles. I'm stating it for the record. There are only, for the entire complaint, there are only, I think, 3 annexes that are official records on which I'm asking on whether or not there exists a certified true copy for it when it was submitted to the House. No? So this is Annex U, transcript of Committee on Accountability of Public Officers and Investigations, Blue Ribbon, 25 September 2025. Annex L, Supreme Court decision dated 3 December 2025, Pimentel versus House of Representatives. And Annex A, Committee Report, Committee on Foreign Relations. Everything else, Madam Chair, are actually news articles that had been submitted as attachments to this particular complaint. And I think there is particular relevancy to it because I'm quite certain that it might be insufficient for evidence to be based on mere news articles only. So going to the allegation relating to kidnapping and arresting the president and bringing him to The Hague, I think it needs to be stated, Madam Chair, that the arrest of the former president is in pursuance of a treaty obligation between the Republic of the Philippines and Interpol. So, wala pong batayan para sabihin that the former president was kidnapped. More importantly, kidnapping is a legal conclusion and it does not constitute as a statement of fact. No? So, dun pa lang po, parang meron na pong problema yung pong ground po na ito. So, to be clear, ang annex po on the matter is Annex A, Committee Report, Committee on Foreign Relations. Annex B, Senate probe reveals lapses in Duterte's arrest. Daily Tribune, 27 March 2025. Annex C, Duterte ICC arrest. Inquirer, 27 March 2025. At Annex D, VP Sara on father's arrest. GMA News Online, 20 July 2025. But I think it has already been sufficiently established, Madam Chair, that this was not a kidnapping. This was an implementation of a warrant that had been issued by the Interpol, in which Interpol sought the assistance of the Republic of the Philippines to implement this particular arrest warrant against the former president. To be clear, this is not in pursuance of a relations between the International Criminal Court and the Philippines, because this relation has already been broken when we had left the ICC in the previous government. So, para malinaw lang po, walang batayan para sabihin na meron pong pananagutan ang ehekutibo dito po sa pag-aresto sa dating Pangulo at pagdadala po sa kanya sa International Criminal Court, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
The committee notes the manifestation of the Honorable Ridon. The Honorable Chu is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I share the observation of the Honorable Terry Ridon, and I also submit that there is insufficiency in substance for a very simple reason that we all should be guided by the elements of the crime alleged, which is kidnapping. Ano po ba para pumasok sa kidnapping? Maliwanag naman po sa ating revised penal code. Number 1, kailangan yung offender is a private individual. Dito pa lang po, wala na po, tapos na po yung usapin. Pangalawa, dapat po ay yung act, dapat po the act is illegal or the deprivation of liberty is without legal justification. Maliwanag naman po that the arrest of the former president was via warrant issued by the International Criminal Court. So dito pa lamang po sa dalawang elementong ito ng kidnapping, wala na po, kulang na po. Kaya masasabi ko po na yung offense charge will not be sufficient in substance. Thank you po, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, may I be recognized? Madam Chair.
The Honorable Po, and then Honorable Chel Jokno, and then Honorable De Lima. And then Honorable Vice Chair Dumogan.
Madam Chair, thank you for recognizing me. Just for clarity, would it be possible to ask the endorsers if they're aware of any kidnapping cases that were filed against any members of the administration in relation to the ICC arrest?
May we request the endorser, the Honorable Nisay, to answer the question of the Honorable Po?
Madam Chair, sagutin ko lang yung kabuuan. Attached sa DSUS complaints ang ilang dokumento o public records at pati na rin sa mga news articles kasi sila ang pinaka-accessible.
If I may interrupt, Honorable Nisay, the question is very specific. Whether or not you are aware of a case of kidnapping filed against the impeachable official.
Am I aware, Madam Chair?
You are?
Aware.
So you are aware that there is a case of kidnapping filed against the impeachable official?
No. That there is no, ma'am.
Okay. So does that satisfy your question, Honorable Po?
Yes, Madam Chair. The reason why I asked that is because in order for us to determine that kidnapping had taken place to begin with, if there was kidnapping, shouldn't there have been a case filed against any administration official involved in the ICI arrest?
You mean not only the impeachable official?
Not only the impeachable official, because even if
Madam
we're saying
President,
responsibility-wise,
Madam Chair, the President is immune from suit and therefore
That
there's
is
no
correct.
case pending before this President.
All right.
But Madam Chair, even if the President is immune from suit, no other official in the administration has a case pending regarding kidnapping.
Okay.
Am I
To
correct?
complete the question of the Honorable Po, he's asking if you're aware of any case filed against any government official in relation to the alleged kidnapping and arrest of the former president. Honorable Nisay?
Yes, Madam Chair, I am aware that no pending case
he is aware that no cases were filed against any government official.
That's all, Madam Chair. Just wanted to establish that for the decision-making of those who will be determining substance on the grounds of kidnapping.
Thank you, Honorable Po. Honorable Jokno is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. First, a point of clarification on the ruling of the chair and of the committee. Does this mean that during the next phase or the evidentiary phase of these proceedings, the complainants will not be able or will not be given the opportunity to authenticate their documents? Because I believe that that is a part of due process that should be accorded during the evidentiary phase. I am concerned because this ruling will have an effect on other impeachment complaints, that if we adhere to this and strictly apply it, that would we would be depriving complainants of their day in court. I'm very concerned about this, Madam Chair, because as I understand it, we go first through the form, which is a very simple process. We then look at the complaint in terms of sufficiency and substance, which, as Congresswoman De Lima said, is simply looking at the allegations of the complaint and hypothetically admitting that they are true. And then, only after that, do we look at the evidence and allow the parties to authenticate their documents. I don't think there's any requirement at all in our rules that require that all documents upon filing of the complaint already be duly authenticated.
The Honorable Vice Chair Dumogan.
Let us read Section 3 of our own rules. Second paragraph, an impeachment complaint is verified by an affidavit that the complainant has read the complaint and that the allegations therein are true and correct of his personal knowledge or based on authentic records. There we are. The rules of the impeachment of the House requires that those documents to be attached must be based on authentic record. That's what I was pinpointing.
Madam Chair.
I might somewhat agree with you, but that is our own rules.
May I respond, Madam Chair? The way I understand it, that matter should have been taken up when we discussed the form in terms of whether the verification was proper or not. We have already gone past that stage. We are now looking at the sufficiency and substance of the complaint. And later, assuming it is sufficient in substance, I think we have to give the complainants the opportunity to substantiate, authenticate their submitted documents.
Madam Chair,
The Honorable Tino.
in addition to that, I would point out that the requirement in the determination of sufficiency in substance, where it says that the complaint must be a verified complaint, meaning to say it is based on personal knowledge and on authentic records, that requirement is satisfied through the submission of a verification duly sworn to and notarized. So for purposes of these preliminary stages of the impeachment proceeding, for as long as there is a verification duly notarized, then that requirement that this is a verified complaint has already been satisfied. Lagpas na po tayo doon.
With the indulgence of the members of the committee, let us all be reminded that we've ruled already on the issue of the inclusion or exclusion of the issue of the authenticity of the attachments. As to the question of the Honorable Jokno, whether we will be allowing its authenticity during the reception of evidence, we reserve the discussion of that issue as we reach that matter, which is the reception of evidence during the hearing proper. We are reminding the members of the committee to confine the discussions and manifestations to the offense which is being discussed at the moment. We are on the first offense. The Honorable Padiernos.
Madam Chair, may I proceed to propound some clarifications and questions?
Is it on the first offense?
Yes, Madam
You
Chair.
may proceed.
I would like to address the questions to the Honorable Nisay. So, for clarity, the grounds for the first allegation is based on culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust. Is that correct, Madam Chair?
The Honorable Nisay.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, may we know from the endorser which specific, in terms of the culpable violation of the Constitution, which specific provision in the Constitution did, in this case, the President violate?
Representative Nisay may answer. The question is the specific provision of the Constitution which was violated by the impeachable official.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Madam Chair, can request 2 minutes break.
Of course. Let us be reminded by our understanding about the sufficiency in substance that the offense alleged we should be able to connect the offense alleged to the ground of impeachment under which the same is anchored. And I wish to believe that this is the rationale behind the question of the Honorable Padiernos, why he is asking what specific provision of the Constitution was actually violated in relation to allegation of the kidnapping and arrest of the former president. Would you like to move to your next question or manifestation while the endorser thinks over the proper answer to your question?
Madam Chair, this is very important because according to the rules of the House on impeachment, in determining the sufficiency and substance, we must determine whether there's a recital of facts constituting the offense charge. So this is very important to know which exact provision of the Constitution did the impeachable official violate.
Madam Chair,
You're recognized, Honorable Nisay.
under po the due process, nirerespeto po natin yung Constitution.
It is the due process clause.
In that sense, Madam Chair, would well, may we know from the endorser that whether any Philippine court has issued a finding that there was a violation of due process or that the arrest constituted kidnapping?
Madam Chair, none so far.
So in this case, Madam Chair, it would appear that on the basis of the first ground, there is no impeachable offense. And to add on to that, Madam Chair, may we know from the endorser whether there is an actual written presidential order with regard to the arrest of the former president.
Madam Chair, wala po pero under the directive po yung ng presidente ang PNP.
Congressman Padiernos, he's saying that the PNP was under the directive of the impeachable official, that's why. Notwithstanding lack of order coming from the president.
But again, Madam Chair, we are determining here there must be an overt act personally attributable to the President or the impeachable official. So how can we say that the impeachable official should be liable because of the supposed action of the PNP in this case?
Honorable Nisay, Honorable Padiernos is asking for the overt act committed by the President or the actual participation with regards to the alleged arrest and kidnapping.
Madam Chair, I think yung dapat po na wala siyang ginawa. Yun po yung
So, Madam Chair, is omission equivalent to an impeachable offense?
Madam Chair, for us po, isa yes.
I rest my case, Madam Chair. I would just like to manifest that based on the answers propounded by the endorser, and with due respect, this representation does not believe that on the first ground there is an action, there is a recital of facts that would constitute the offense charge being culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust. That's all,
The
Madam Chair.
committee notes the manifestation and answer of the endorser. The Honorable Suntay.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Through you, Madam Chair, on the first ground, alleged culpable violation of the Constitution, the complainant alleges that the President ordered or enabled the arrest of and surrender of the former President Rodrigo Duterte to the ICC, did so without a valid Philippine warrant, therefore violating national sovereignty, due process, and constitutional guarantees. Would that be correct?
Yes, Madam Chair.
So the legal theory asserted, Madam Chair, is that the ICC surrender constitute a constitutional violation and therefore an act of betrayal of public trust. Would that be correct?
Yes,
Honorable
Madam
Nisay.
Chair.
And may I know, Madam Chair, through you, may I know what would be the evidence to support these allegations? I was reading the complaint. I saw Senate committee reports, media articles, statement of public officials, and it was limited to that. Would there be any other?
Madam Chair, yung mga news articles, yung mga publicly available published articles. Kasi sila po yung pinaka-accessible na form ng public record na nag-reflect ng mga event, timelines at statements na alam naman ng public. Gaya po ng sinabi ko kanina, isa sa mga layunin ng mga news articles na ito ay mag-establish ng pattern na mayroong nangyayaring graft and corruption, culpable violation of the Constitution, betrayal of public trust. Kumbaga sila ay mga circumstantial evidence na pag nag-combine ay magpo-form sa conclusion na karapat dapat nang i-impeach ang ating presidente dahil siya ay karapat dapat hindi mamuno.
Oras sa Bombo Radyo, 46 minutos na ang milabay. Human ka ng alas 11 sa buntag, magkabumog bakas sa nations, inyong nadungog ang nagpadayon karon nga committee hearing. Kalabot na ni sa ginasuta nila karon kung sufficient ba ang substance ng tag, aduna ba igo nga mga basihan ang gisangata nga mga complaint ngadto na kang President Marcos sa mga kabumog. Katong last ninyo nga nadungog, gipangutana tong ayo-ayo si Jet Nesay, mao to siya ang nagpasaka sa impeachment complaint. Batok na kang President Marcos. Aduna manggoy 5 ka grounds ani. Sa giingon na kaganina ni Representative Luestro Magkabuo ang chairperson karon sa komitiba nga matud pa this is only a preliminary pero aduna sila 5 ka grounds karon nga pagatutukan. Ang ilang giuna ani kay usaman sa mga aligasyon magkabumo nga matud pa nganong kinahanglan ma-impeach si Vice nganong kinahanglan i-impeach si PBBM magkabumbog Sir Nations. Now, una ni ana ang kaniang gikaingon nga kidnapping kang former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. O nya kay si Representative Terry Ridon, matud pa kay si una kag hanina magkabumbo, matud pa niini nga walay igong basihan, nga makaingon matud pa nga gikidnap si President Duterte kaniadto. Si Representative Chusad ni barog sad siya nga insufficient man wa gyapon igong basihan magkabumbo nga gikidnap ang former president. Now, kay matud pa nini we shall be guided sa tuang konstitusyon. At the same time, si Representative Brian po matud pa niini magkabumbo yang gipangutana si Jet Nisay ani o yang giayo-ayo si Jet Nisay nga aduna bay unsa asa man ni nabilong aduna bay balaod ani. Matud pa niini si Jet Nisay magkabumbo nga siya. Okay, kulang man siya mga mga impormasyon, matud pa nga dugay siya makatingog, nakaingon nakahangyo siya 2 minutes break, matud pa nangayo siya chairperson nga Madam Chair po di 2 minutes break sa tanga naman di siya halos katubag sa pangutana mga kabumbo nga gibatungad to na kaniya. Muni karon atang-atay nyo kay nindot ni siya kay nagpadayon karon 5 ni ka grounds mga kabumbo kay under the 1987 Constitution aduna na 5 ka grounds to impeach the impeachable officials. O kanang culpable violation, betrayal of public trust mga kabumbo, mga treason, other high crimes ug uban pa tan-awon nato og madeklara bagyapon ni sa committee karon nga sufficient in substance kay kagahapon manggod sufficient informant to karon sufficient in substance sada unya giingon pa kaganina mga kabumbo sa usa ka representante nga ang sufficient informant gud pertira na dalia kay lantaw naman nila igo aduna bay sakto ba ang pirma magkabumbo na endorsed ba na siya pero ang kani sufficient in substance murag unog ilang lantawon ani aduna bay igo nga basihan sa mga allegation aduna ba igo nga basihan kani ato mga complainants karon nga nganong nakaingon man sila nga gipakidnap matud pa si former President Duterte mga kabumbo. Gani ingon sa usa ka representante mga kabumbo nga di man ta makaingon nga gikidnap kay ang pagdakop kang former president mga kabumbog mga Sir Nations gikan matud pa sa ICC ang warrant of arrest niini. Kanya gani sad kay matud pa nga wa sila nakita karon nga igo nga basen basi atong pwede mabalikan karon mga kabumbog mga Sir Nations ang nagpadayon nga hearing kay layo pa kay ni napa sila sa first ground sa pagkakaron mga kabumbo atong lantawon ang second, third ug fourth, fifth niini nga ground og sulod ba jud sufficient ba yun ang ilaang mga ebidensya aduna ba sila igo nga mga basihan nga makaingon nga kinahanglan yun i-impeach kay mapasar ni og makaingon og ilaning ingon tag ma-declare ni nila karon nga sufficient in substance proceed na ni mga kabumbo pero murag duha-duha pa ni murag layo pa ni sa matuoran kay lisod magtubag ang complainant si Jet niya sa katong halos di katingog kaganina mga kabumbo mauto ang kaniabang complainant nagpasaka og complaint batok na kang President Marcos. Okay na? Ang ato ang pikas atong balikan karon mga kabumbog mga Sir Nations. Una ta mo padayon ato sa ning paminawon ang pipila ka pahinumdom. Stand by.
Ani ang mga tips para sa luwas nga pagmaneho sa panahon sa ting-ulan. Una, ipabilin ang iguigong distansya sa mga sakyanan nga naguna kanimo